that we presented this ring. It wasn't me. I think it was Amy Strand that had this ring on. It was a very brief presentation, and it sold out completely. And it takes a long time to get these guys back in stock, but they are back. Here it is, the spinner ring. But remember, I was just talking about a spinner ring, and it was all sterling silver. This now features 1.6 carats of faceted white topaz, bezel set in sterling silver. The ring is sterling silver, except for these 2 cast bands that also spin in 14 karat gold. It is back. It's on 5 easy monthly payments of $25.52. The spinner ring phenomenon just continues to grow, does it not?
Yeah, it's our #1 category in the ring category. You know, we specialize in the spinner ring. You know, we call it the karma ring, the meditation ring. The zen ring, the warrior ring. There's so many different names, but you know, at the end of the day, I worked with this designer. We have another style from him that keeps selling out with like a flower spinner in the center, but the other one is with crystal. Here, we did it for the first time with faceted white topaz, which I love the way it came out. I love the way it sparkles. And again, this ring made from 5 different parts. You have the 2 14-karat gold band in the center. Then you have the spinner ring, which is all beautiful bezel set with white topaz. And then on the side, we have like almost like a rope finish. This ring is so, you know, I call him Ami. His name is Ami, okay? Ami. I call him Ami, the spinner ring master, because the only thing that his entire collection is spinner ring made in 14-karat gold with gemstone. And to create the combination that we did for Orpaz, we worked on it for a couple of months, and I just love the way it came out. It's just so rich, so different. So, you know, it's where Adipaz meets Orpaz. You know, and
that's a good way to put it.
I love the way it came out. And I think that his collection has been so popular, the rings that comes from him. I think the fact that, you know, we saw earlier with the plated spinner rings in the center, which is great, you know, but even if it's going to be the best plating in the world in a year, 2, 5, 6, 7 years from now, eventually the plating is not going to look the same. When you talk about true alloy, when you talk about true 14-karat gold, you know it's always going to be the same. So, it's always going to look like that.
Brian, I'm sorry, how many have been ordered? Close to 450 of these have been ordered. This is what happened last time, and it's sold out completely. As you're looking at it now, I want to call out some things that you might be thinking at home. First of all, I am shocked how comfortable this is. Like, this is a lot of ring, right? With all the stones, the spinner element, the rope texturing on either side. You might be concerned, is it going to bang the knuckles? Am I going to have a hard time putting my hand together? And I am surprised how comfortable this is.
Please stay true to your size. We did a fit here, so it's going to lay perfectly on your ring size.
Good call. Thank you for that.
And you cannot size it up, of course.
Right.
Don't try to size it. If it doesn't fit you, just send it back.
Yeah, and just the fluidity of the spin on this. I know you put a lot of time and attention. It is one thing, like you said, if it's a metal band on the interior that's spinning, but now we're incorporating gemstones. So we have to make sure that they stay stable. We put them in this thick wrapping, this bezel set, but the quality of the stones themselves too, you know, I imagine that you chose this stone for how closely its sisterhood is to diamonds, so you get this brilliance, this clarity.
And we know we wanted to create like the look of a diamond, but with a semi-precious stone, and to be able to set the white topaz, which is a softer metal, to set it in a bezel set in such a perfection, and then you have the touch of color with the 2 14-karat gold bands on the side and the rope edges around next to it. It just creates the richness, the originality. Just a different ring that different than anything I've ever seen. And trust me, ladies, you're gonna find yourself wear this ring every day, play with it, spin it.
You miss it when it's not there.
Exactly. When you drive in the car, when you talk to the kids, when you sit in a meeting, when you tap in the computer, this is a great everyday ring.
I love this as a modified bridal set, right? Where you have the stones and the band all rolled into one. And I showed you earlier, but I want to verbally call it out. Look at even the interior of this band too, with these little floral cutouts in the sterling silver. It's incredibly comfortable, and it glides on the finger. And all of these moving parts, right? There's a lot of attention and detail. They're never going to move or roll off the ring itself. Instead, it just kind of becomes a part of you. But frankly, even if we were presenting this ring and everything was soldered together, Danny, at this price, $25 a month. Everything's set. It's an eternity band. It's 14 karat cast gold. It's cast sterling and over 1.5 carats of topaz. We stop right there. It's still a great value. It's still a beautiful piece. But when you add the mobility of it, amps up the difficulty of the design, keeps the price the same, and now it turns it into something that you experience rather than just wear.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the value here is exceptional because of the 14 karat gold. Ladies, gold is about $1,300 an ounce, and we talk about 2 solid gold bands and true 14 karat gold. Also on the inside, you know, it's stamped 925 and 14 karat. We can only do that. We cannot do it in plating or on like in micron. In micron setting, only when we use 14 karat solid gold, we can stamp inside the ring 14 karat. And I think it's super important. And I love the two-tone effect. I love the fact that you can wear it with your gold jewelry, with your silver jewelry, with your other Orpaz jewelry. It's going to go perfectly with everything.
All right, so have to give you an update. More than half of our quantity gone. And if you're wanting size 7, that's now super limited. In fact, I think just a couple dozen now remain in the size 7. This happened the last time we brought it to you. I'm pretty confident when we reorder, we order more than we had the first time in the hopes that we won't have that same situation happen again. But already half of what we brought in this time is gone. And I'm sure a lot of that comes from those of you who are spinner ring aficionados, right? And this is kind of like top tier when we talk about the spinner ring. Or maybe you're seeing it for the first time and going, I'd never thought of that. It's something so unique. It's something meditative that you can kind of, you know, we come up with all the reasons to kind of wear it, you know, let it be that calm in the day. If you're kind of stressed out about something and you catch yourself fiddling with it, then use that as a sign that it's time to take a few deep breaths. But truly, even if we just talked about the quality of the stones, like how clean and crystalline and sparkling and effervescent they are, look at the fact that you are getting 2 solid bands of 14 karat gold, but still the signature oxidation and even the bezel setting on the stones themselves seems to me a little bit happenstance, organic, so that nothing is so rigid or cookie cutter about this. You look at it and you know it's Orpaz. That's what makes it different and fresh and unique. And then the oh, I got it for $25 a month suddenly becomes the, oh, by the way, that was a great value, as opposed to the main reason that you picked it up.
Yeah, and you know, for me, it's really designer pieces of jewelry. It's about the texturing, it's about the craftsmanship, it's about the gemstone, it's about the 14 karat gold combined with the silver, and the fact that it just looks different than anything else that is in the market. And you know, every time I come to America, I go to all the department stores and the malls, and it's kind of boring, you know, it's kind of everything kind of looks the same. And, you know, to be able to create original design in the ring category, in the spinner category, which is such a cool and different category in the ring family.
You feel like everything's been done, right?
Yeah.
So to find something new and fresh and innovative is exciting. Let me give you another update. They just keep coming. We started with 1,200. All right. We have 250 remaining on 5 easy payments of $25.52. If you were planning on going out to dinner tonight, you're probably going to spend more on the appetizer and meal for yourself than you would on the easy pay of this gold, silver, and semi-precious gemstone ring that you will have for the rest of your life. If it's intriguing to you, if you at least want to get it on, right? When I see something I love, I go, I want to feel it. I want to try it on. Remember that you've got 30 days to try it out. And if you're new to QVC, please remember to mention the promotion code 5FORU, F-I-V-E, number 4, letter U, and that will take $5 off of your first purchase, whether or not you're utilizing the 5 easy payment option. There are the details at the bottom of your screen. You can call us if you have any questions or go to QVC.com.
And you know, Jen, because of the complications of to make this ring, the gemstone and the gold, this is something that if we'll be able, once it sells out, it's not, we cannot bring it back. Not maybe for the end of December. We're supposed to have a show in the end of December, maybe for then, but not even sure, because this type of ring takes about at least.
I'm the person who's checking the tracking number to find out when my package is coming. I'm not waiting till December. You're lucky I'm waiting 5 to 7 days, right?
And yeah, again, it's 5 different parts. So, you know, I didn't count, but there's a lot of stones here that are all bezel set. And to be able to create it in 14 karat gold, and then to texture the rope, and then to assemble the whole thing together, to solder it in perfection, so the spinners in the center cannot remove. You cannot take it out. It's just a perfection.
So size 7 is gone. We now have fewer than 150 out of the 1,200 with which we started to go around. So that unfortunately size 7 is gone. All the other sizes 5 through 10 remain somehow in that 150 spread across. So what does that mean? If, for example, you're a size 6, if you think that 150 is all in size 6, that is incorrect because they're spread across the remaining 5 sizes that we have.
What I also love here, it's the silver weight. You can really feel the silver print, and you can see from the profile the thickness of the silver. And again, to be able to get the rope texture, to be able to get the spinners in the center and the gold, you need the thickness of the silver for the designer to work in the metal.
With,
so you can really feel it when you get it home. And again, it's for me, it's about the whole look that just looks so different than any other ring that I've seen, even in the spinner ring category.
Yeah, this really is, I mean, at least in my opinion, out of all the spinner rings that Danny has brought to us, this is the best one I've seen so far.
Yes,
because now we're incorporating sparkle and shine, and we're incorporating thickness in the metal, and we're incorporating 14 karat gold, which I will never say no to. All right, it's at last call. Just a couple dozen remaining. It's going to happen again, Danny, and then we have to wait. I don't like to wait. J335847 if you want to be one of the last few lucky souls to get your hand on it. All right. I promised you, and I deliver. Another look at our top find. Really, when you think about it, most of the show has been top find worthy, right? But the big story here, I think, this is my interpretation of why is it a top find? What you're getting, what you're paying, not matching up, all right? What you're getting up here, what you're paying down there. Because, oh my gosh, you get 5 completely different semi-precious gemstones in 5 completely different cuts, in 5 completely different rings on 3 easy payments of $22.67. Now, at the end of the day, if we have any remaining, the price will still be $68. What we lose at the end of the day is your easy monthly payment of $22.67. If this were all soldered together at the back, wouldn't that be a gorgeous ring? But we're about versatility here. Obviously, you can wear it like this. All the stones, really doesn't matter what order you choose, they just kind of fall and gather and collect into place, all right? Like Danny calls it the puzzle piece ring. But you're not committed to having all 5 of them together. So I'll tour you through and then we'll kind of take them off. So here's the baguette garnet. We have the trillion cut Swiss blue topaz. Here is a square cut amethyst. We've got a teardrop or pear-shaped Madeira citrine and a round brilliant peridot. Now notice as I'm taking these off that each ring is textured in a different fashion. So it's not even that they mixed up the cuts of the stones and put them on the same ring. Even the settings of the stones are different. And the whole collection is $68. So Danny, thank you for bringing it back.
Thank you.
But close to 1,000 have been ordered just in this show.